virus has come from the Zionist laboratory. And this virus was created to try to facilitate.
في القلب مشاعر أخفيها قد أشرقت الشمس عليها عن خطط لم أعبأ فيها ستكون بأيامي خرقا فحياتي قبل الحلقات تيه بضياع.
What has our Prophet said, alayhi salatu wassalam, about the virus? That is their way. Now, will the government of Pakistan listen for a moment? What is our way? Are you capable of thinking? I'm just inviting you to think if you have an iota of fidelity to the truth. And the truth comes from the Quran. And the truth comes from He who was sent to teach the Quran. So how would Nabi Muhammad, Allah's blessings be upon him, how would he respond if he was here today in Islamabad? I hope you will not be offended by my question, because you proclaim your love for the Prophet. Yes, you proclaim it. So if he were here in Islamabad, how would he respond to the virus? That's the question. And if I raise my voice, it's because of frustration, because our people no longer think. And I'm so conscious of the fact that Dr. Muhammad Iqbal declared, he said, this ummah stopped thinking 500 years ago. Yes. What a pathetic state. When will you learn to think instead of slavishly following the World Health Organization? This is what our Prophet said, alayhi salatu wassalam. He said, if you are in a location where the virus is struck, don't leave. And if you are outside, don't enter. Indicating that he was conscious of the fact that the virus can be contagious, meaning it can spread from one person to another. He said, if you are in a place where the virus has struck, and you don't leave, you remain, and you die, you go to heaven. And we have so many sheep and cattle and goats and camels now who don't want to go to heaven. No, we want to get the vaccine. We don't want to die. We don't want to go to heaven. That's a pathetic state of people who don't think. I don't trust people who manufacture a virus and wage biological war, so I won't trust their vaccine. But I don't think that Russia will do such a thing, not Orthodox Christian Russia. So forget all that Jamaat about Putin this and Putin that, and we trust Russia. Because Russia is returning to her Orthodox Christian heart. And the leaders of Russia today are the best leaders in the world. If I'm forced to take a vaccine, I'd take the Russian one. The Chinese one, Chinese are businessmen, but Russia is Christian. And the Western vaccine, I don't trust it. So if you want to take the vaccine, that's up to you. But I won't take it. I don't need it. Life and death are in Allah's hands. And it is Allah who will write when I will die, not a vaccine and not a virus. Now I have one last comment to make. And I hope the Zionists are listening to me. And when you hear this comment, you can take it and put it in your pipe and smoke it. You know, Russian President Putin, he once said, those who are preparing poison for us to drink will one day drink their own poison. Yes. He says, those who are preparing poison for us to drink will one day drink their own poison. There's much truth in that words. Much truth in those words, because that is what's going to happen with this virus. This virus has come from the Zionist laboratory. And this virus was created to try to facilitate Pax Judaica, to replace Pax Americana, so that Israel can become more easily the ruling state in the world without the obstruction of a hostile Arab population within Israel and around Israel. So using the virus as a biological weapon. But don't you know that Allah can also do it? Ah, yes, I have to stop and laugh for a while. Have you forgotten that if you prepare poison for us to drink, that one day you can drink the same poison? Huh? Well, let me tell you what is the fate awaiting you. Our Prophet, Allah's blessings be upon him, described you as Gog and Magog. Yes. Because Gog and Magog are those who bring the Jews back to the Holy Land to reclaim it as their own. 2,000 years after Allah had expelled them and blocked their return. And guess what's the fate of Gog and Magog? Yes, there is one part of the fate in which they'll be checkmated in the north, and that's coming in the big war. Qarnayn, the first Qarn and the second Qarn, but that's not our subject. The Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, that they will come down from the north and pass the Sea of Galilee on their way to Jerusalem. And by the time the last of them pass, before they're blocked, the last before they're blocked, they will say there used to be water here in the Sea of Galilee. The Sea of Galilee will be dry. So there'll be one part of Gog and Magog which will be blocked in the north, in the second Qarn of Qarnayn. But the rest of Gog and Magog will be down in the south, in Jerusalem, around Jerusalem. And when Nabi Isa alayhi salam returns, when the true Messiah returns, when Jesus, the son of Mary, returns, and you attack him, and he goes up a mountain in Jerusalem, do you know what's going to happen then? Let me tell you. He will pray to the Lord God. And the Lord God will send a virus. Let me speak slowly, so it'll sink in. And the virus will attack you at the back of your neck, at the top of the spine. And when you are attacked by this virus, you won't be sneezing. You won't get fever. You won't have cough. No, you will be paralyzed, totally paralyzed. But perhaps you can still move your eyes. Those who can think will recall these words of mine, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. I need to speak no more about that. You'll be totally paralyzed. That's the fate that's waiting you. The last few hours of your life will be lived imprisoned in your own body. And then by next morning you're dead. And when you're dead, your bodies will begin to decompose and smell. So you prepared the poison for others to drink. And in the end, you had to drink your own poison. Your biological war is going to backfire on you. And you will become the victims of that biological war. And that's all I have to say to you. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.